Hey everybody, it's early morning and I am on the same spot I was on last hunt, trying to scratch up a few more things. I'm really grateful to the property owner for telling me where this spot is, and I don't know that I would have ever found it on my own. It is pretty remote. So over there, the last couple rows I did, you can see a couple dig holes and so forth. And so I am now on a couple new rows here, and I'll see what this brings. I'll be back with my first find. Well folks, my first targets I did not show you, so I lied. This spot is extremely trashy. It's got a lot of aluminum junk, but it's worth it. That's a piece of period lead flashing, all curled up in a ball by the plow or by whoever discarded it. All right, back at it. Well folks, I got an eyeball find here, of course. Looks like a glass bead, clear glass. Yeah, it sure is. Here's where it was. Yeah, definitely glass. Very heavy. I like that find. I think that's cool. Pretty. All right. Well, folks, I've got some spoonage. So that's probably early 20th century spoon. Not incredibly old. All right. Well folks, it's been thin so far. To pick up this little fragment, I'm not going to keep it, but this little triangular fragment, any sort of triangular cobalt colored bottle, I think is probably going to be a poison. It could be a laudanum bottle, like a McCormick B brand laudanum bottle, but it's kind of interesting. Well folks, I don't know what this is. I'm guessing it's maybe external from a lock, from like a trunk lock or something. I thought it was maybe a it's got any markings on it. That was maybe a thermometer or something for a second. Doesn't have any markings. Got a slit there. Got a slider thing up here. It doesn't look like a single marking on that. That's an odd piece. Those internals there. I thought it might be a lancet when I first saw that. No idea. Interesting. Maybe I'll ID it later on. Well, after part of 2 days here, I think I understand the footprint of this spot. I think I know where the front door was, the back door. I thought this was another collar disc like I found the last hunt, but it is one of these domed discs, and those were on early leather trunks and things like that. See, that was peened on through the leather, so it could be a spot from a horse decoration. But the property owner actually came by and said, oh, we're going to spray that field here soon. I hope that's okay. And I was like, well, it's your field. Do whatever you want, you know. So I'm going to have to take a little break here while he puts some herbicide on to kill this little bit of grass that's in here. Ain't much grass, but he wants to kill it. So it's going to kill my hunt for a couple hours. That's a hunticide, not an herbicide. Well, folks, I stopped for a little marblage here. It's a tiny marble, but it is complete. Not been a whole lot in this field today, but I am still going. I'm still stoked about the last hunt, so it's here. Patience. Well, folks, I've gotten a couple of washed out marbles up here. There's the latest one. It's fine, I'll take it in the absence of anything else. All right, let's see if I can scare something up that's old. Well, I should qualify that. Let's scare something up that's old, that's not a marble. Hilarious. Old porcelain marble. White china. All right. Well, folks, that is a very bright, eye-popping marble there. Real pretty. Happy to have that. It's fiery hot from the sun. That's 3 marbles in a row. I won't complain about that. It's a real pretty marble. But I just want something old. Well, obviously this spot has different time periods. I thought this was maybe an aluminum door number or something. But I think it's probably an aluminum religious medallion. I think I see a figure's head there with a halo on the front. That's an interesting shape. I'll clean it up when I get home. Well, folks, I didn't intend to go marbling today, but let's go marbling. Cool. Got a suspender ring that's washed out of the ground. Cool. Perfect suspender ring. Well, I'll be darned. It's a bell. Huh. It's probably best described as a sleigh bell, even though there was definitely no sleighs down here. But it would have been on some sort of livestock, I'm sure. That's a really nice example of one. Complete, not destroyed by the plow. It's not a crodle because it's got those 4 holes and an iron attachment, but it's crodle-like. Probably still has the iron rumbler inside. I like that a lot. Cool. Well, folks, what is this? Oh. What a big hook. Gosh. I'm hooked on this hobby. I like it. Well, folks, I got a piece of wire here sticking out of the ground. That's good recycling. And I got some sort of a hinge, probably from a cupboard. So, well, folks, I got some sort of a round high beeper here. It's not clean enough to be silver. Nope, it's light. It's some sort of a token. Soap token, good for token, Cracker Jack token. It's about the right size for Cracker Jack. Hard to know. I'll clean it up when I get home. Interesting size. Real thick too. I bet it's Cracker Jack. Let's see if I'm right. Well, folks, that may look like a lump of brass to some people, but I just rubbed this off here and that looks like feathers or a design. I bet you anything that's a part of a panel flask, a panel from a flask, and I think I could probably gently bend that back, but it's really creased, so it might break. But I'd be very curious to see what that is. I don't think it's military. I think it's going to be a civilian panel from a flask, noticing this rim here, but I'm pretty happy with that, and I hope I can find the rest of it in here. That's could be a nice item. Well, folks, I just picked up this iron. I always turn over every piece of iron that I see, and I know most people wouldn't do that. I picked this up and I immediately put it back down because I recognized what it was. Now let's see if you recognize what it was too. How about that? That is a complete shotgun breech block. That's where the 2 barrels went out facing you, the viewer. There's the, I guess, barrel selector, left, right. So I love it. That's definitely going to get some electrolysis when I get back. Awesome relic. Keep digging. Well, walking this back to the truck, I picked up a suspender ring and now I've got a marble. So finding stuff just while I'm walking here. Well, folks, I got a marble that's washed down here in the ditch. It's complete. I got thunderstorms on 3 sides of me. So I don't know if I'm gonna get rained out or not. I'm kind of concerned. You know, when your detector starts chattering every time there's a lightning discharge, that's kind of too close. I'm watching the tree line over here to see if the rain passes this tree line, and if it does, I'm headed for the vehicle. Well, folks, here's a surface spoon. It's kind of cool. This lightning is very concerning. I may go sit in the truck for a few minutes and see what this is going to do. I don't want to get fried out here. Well, folks, this was a $50 signal. It's obviously not a $50, but I wonder if it's a complete pocket watch. That would be cool. Nope. don't know what it is. Huh. It's probably something industrial. Good signal, that's what it is. Well folks, I got a round low beeper here, and it looks to be nickel sized. So it's time for the nickel guessing game, nickel guessing game. What do we have here? Will it be a one wiper? Oh, crappy, crappy, crap. It's a crappy Jeffersonian. Oh man, I was excited for a second. Get the Monticello out of here. Gosh, what is it, 1941? 1948. It's the only coin today. Boo. Well, folks, I just looked over in the next row and saw something that looked like a coin, but I think it's a tax token. It's not shiny enough to be a coin. It's right there. Let's go take a look. Yeah, it's a tax token. Totally is. Louisiana tax token. Yep, triangular hole. Either luxury tax or welfare tax. Looks like luxury. Well, folks, I'm starting to feel a few light drops of rain. The thunder has largely quit though, so I'm wondering if I may be able to dodge this. That would be great. As here's another marble. I would love to just even eyeball the rest of this. I know it's going to get plowed soon. I'll probably call the farmer and ask when. Back to it. Well, folks, I just found a cross. It was a crappy signal. I thought it was maybe going to be aluminum. Did it have Jesus on it? Hard to tell. If it is, he's gone. He done resurrected himself. Looks like it was gold gilded at one time. I like that. That's going to be a great relic. All right. And some more marblage. I just felt some raindrops, so it's probably not long until the skies open up. Hey everybody, at this pace of rain, I probably got about 10 minutes to make it out of here before I get stuck. So stay tuned for the finds wrap up. Bye. Hey everybody, it's time for the finds wrap up. As you can see, I dug my butt off at this spot. What you don't see here is 2 buckets of iron and probably a third of a bucket full of aluminum can and junk. So this stuff did not come easy. Here's the brass, copper, and brass, copper and brass finds, and here's the lead stuff. I got a fair number of marbles here, a bunch of Prosser buttons. Then I got some nails, decorated brass piece there. I may find the rest of that and figure out what that is. This weird thing that and it's strange because it like that moves like that. I don't know, no clue. And suspender buckle and ring, hem weight. That's at the top of a Hutch bottle stopper. Panama Mobile jeans button. This piece from a trunk. This was indeed a Cracker Jack token. James Monroe. Woohoo. Tax token, the cool Crodal bell, sleigh bell. Then I got a religious medallion here. It's probably 1920s or 30s. And then another eaten up religious medallion. The cross, it was gold gilded. And this giant hook. Got a couple flat buttons here and a very old button that's marked WS and C, Paris, Universal. The nickel, 2 beads, and then last of all, the powder flask and the shotgun breech block. The powder flask I thought was going to be in this book here. This is the Reeling Powder Flask Bible, and I've looked through every piece, but I cannot find it, but it's definitely a flask. You can see a banner there and front. I thought it would be what's called shell and bush design here, but I haven't been able to find it, so that is a mystery for now, but I may find more of it in the field. At any rate, if anybody recognizes that design, please let me know. Otherwise, I will catch you all on the next episode. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.